best video for UFC 308. We got Ilya Topuria taking on Max Holloway, one of the best matchups at 145 in recent years. I mean, we've seen. And also in the co-main win, we got Hamza Chimaev, more like humble Chimaev this week. I mean, so he's gonna be taking on the Reaper, Robert Whittaker. This should be another banger of a 5-round matchup there. We also got Ankalaev taking on Rockies. Not sure why Rockets is getting this matchup after two losses in a row. Why he's fighting the top number one contender at light heavyweight. I mean, but it should be a fun matchup. I mean, Rockets always brings it, so that should be a banger of a matchup there. And the winner of that fight is probably going to be fighting Poatan, the light heavyweight champion right now, the dominant light heavyweight champion. So there's definitely a lot on the line on this card and a lot of these matchups, especially on the main card. And let's get right into it, guys. So lock of the week for UFC 308 is gonna be Lerone Murphy. I'm gonna go with Lerone Murphy for lock of the week. I really like Lerone Murphy, man. I've been high on him for forever. I mean, since he fought. I know people were really high on him after he had a close fight with Gabriel Santos. But Santos is not a scrub. I mean, Santos is well-rounded. He can wrestle. He can grapple, and yeah, he looked pretty good in that matchup. I mean, that's the only fight where he didn't look that great in. But other than that, I mean, he's gone out there, put up 227 good strikes for Barboza, out kickbox Barboza on the feet. He was dominating Barboza. That was Barboza coming back after 2 wins in a row. So he went out there, proved that he has a gas tank to go 5 rounds and not even like look tired. And he can wrestle. He's gonna be the better wrestler when it comes to wrestling in this fight right here. Iggy is a pretty good tough task though for all these guys that are coming up trying to make their way into top 10. He is like the ultimate gatekeeper at 145. So I think Iggy is gonna give him a tough fight, but I think Murphy's gonna be able to win at least 2 out of 3 rounds. I mean, he might win every round because he might land more output out there, maybe mixing takedowns also. So I'm gonna go with Murphy by decision -160. I really like that decision on Murphy. I mean, I think the overs are pretty good parlay pieces also. I don't see either one of these guys going out there getting a finish in this one. Yeah, give me Murphy by decision as locked the week for UFC 308. So let's head over to best bets now. So first best bet on the card is gonna be Renat Fakhretdinov. Renat is taking this fight on full camp. Carlos Leo is taking this fight on short notice. He was scheduled to fight a bum in the UAE Warriors, and now he's coming in taking on Fakhretdinov, who can wrestle, who's pretty big for the weight class, and he can go out there, implement his game plan. He can go out there, and the striking is terrible. I'll be honest, the striking, I don't like his striking that much, but I feel like he's going to be able to wrestle. Leo hasn't really faced any high level wrestlers throughout his PFO or LFA career so far. So I think this is going to be by far the best guy that can go out there, implement his game plan, and wrestle, take you down over and over and over, rinse and repeat. So I'm gonna go with Fakhretdinov. I think he can go out there at -225. It's not a bad number. I got him at a even better number. So I like Fakhretdinov here. I like the over, so I think it's probably gonna go over 2.5 rounds. It's gonna go the distance. Fakhretdinov likely gets it done by decision, but the money line is not terrible. I like the money line. Decision is like -115, so I guess you can take Fakhretdinov by decision, but I like the money line. I like the money line a lot. I'm pretty confident Fakhretdinov here. He's 4-0-1, and the only time we've seen him trouble out there when out in Jaleski, he actually was winning. He was dominating Jaleski in the early rounds, and then obviously Jaleski is a veteran. I mean, in the UFC, so he's got a high level experience. I don't think Fakhretdinov is going to lose to a guy like Leo, who's obviously got a lot of experience, but hasn't really fought anyone at this level before. So I'm gonna go with Fakhretdinov to go out there and just put a pace on this guy. So Fakhretdinov is gonna be the first best bet on the card. Let's talk about the next best bet on the card. Is gonna be Farid Basrad. I mean, if you guys been watching my channel for a long time, I've been saying this forever. I'm more high on Farid Basrad than Javid, not just because Javid took his first loss in his career, not just because of that. Even before that, I was saying how Farid has he actually wrestles when he's supposed to. He doesn't just strike with you. Whereas Javid, he's okay with just striking with you if he's having success on the feet. He's not even gonna wrestle. The thing about Farid is even when he's doing pretty well on the feet, like clearly in his last fight, he was doing really well on the feet. He's still out there like attempting like 11 takedowns. I think he got like 6 takedowns or something like that. Like, so he's not just gonna like strike with you. Even when he's doing really well, he probably could just outstrike you, and he's capable of doing that. I mean, he was outstriking Lapalus, but obviously also mixing in the wrestling, giving Lapalus to think about the wrestling. I mean, giving him, making him defend, not letting him getting going. I mean, he wasn't letting him get his shots off. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the free ball shot, even though minus 750 seems kind of wide. But Hugo Silva, I don't. Have we never seen Hugo Silva go out there like he took on a short notice guy, his last fight, and he couldn't even go out there and like drop him or like really hurt him, put it on him. I'm not really high on Hugo Silva. Numbers does seem crazy, but I think Freed's gonna win all 3 rounds. He's gonna win every round out there. Give me Freed to win. I think submission could be live. Hugo Silva gets really tired trying to go for submissions off his back. Maybe gives up position. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Freed. Likely by decision. Next best bet on the card is gonna be Magomed Ankalaev. No, I've been fading Rockets for the past 2 fights, and I've been doing really well. Even that Blachowicz fight, he was like, I think he was like minus 220 in that matchup against Blachowicz. I got Blachowicz like plus 190, and Blachowicz, I mean, he was doing really well. I mean, Blachowicz obviously got taken out in the second round, and then he got like in the third round. I mean, he's kicking his legs. I don't know. I think Rockets like when he's not a good nail. He's a really good hammer. Like when he's the one putting work on you, like when he's the one pressuring you, putting a pace on you, like he can do really well. He's a really good striker, but I'm just not sold on his durability. He's coming back now. In the past 2 years, he's had a bad knee injury in that Blachowicz fight. Then he came back and he was actually doing really well in that Jerry fight. We were in Jerry project out there because I know Jerry. If you can't put away Jerry in the early rounds, if you don't have that power, and I don't think Rockets has that one punch power. And I mean, he obviously KO'd a bunch of bums early on, but since he's been in the top 10, I mean, he hasn't really put away anyone in the top 10. Maybe you could have put away Johnny Walker. I'm sure you probably would put away Johnny Walker at this point, but that's probably the only guy I would pick him by KO over Johnny Walker, probably. So, I mean, you can say the same about Ankalaev, but Ankalaev, at least he put away Anthony Smith, right? At least he went out there and put away Anthony Smith. We can't say the same thing about Rockets. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ankalaev. I like the money line. It's not wide enough. I feel like his only the only guy he's gonna struggle against is gonna be Poatan. I feel like until then, I mean, Ankalaev's just gonna this number should be like minus 600 at least. Next best bet on the card is gonna be Ilya Taporia. Now, Ilya Taporia, he goes out there, wins this fight. He's gonna be like, you're not gonna see him at minus 200 anymore. I'm pretty sure of that for a long time. Ilya Taporia, we know he's got high level BJJ. He can wrestle. I know we haven't really seen him wrestle much out there, but he can wrestle, and he's got durability. I know we've seen him get dropped by Jai Herbert, but that was a pretty sneaky high kick by Jai Herbert, and just didn't see the high kick coming. So maybe Max can set something like that up like that. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I was on Max Holloway over Gatesy, and obviously looked really good out there. Gatesy was just kind of following him around, wasn't really cutting out the cage. The way Topuria fights, I mean, he's gonna be cutting out the cage. He's gonna be cutting angles. He's not gonna be a stationary target for Max Holloway. Whereas Justin was a stationary target for Holloway. And also Topuria has some nasty leg kicks, man. He doesn't even have to land a lot of leg kicks. I mean, the way he throws his leg kicks, I mean, it just turns people around. I mean, like he dropped like Josh Emmett with those leg kicks. I mean, and he even like dropped I think it was actually like turned Volkanovski around with one leg kick. So the guy has some sneaky, nasty calf kicks. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ilya Taporia. I'm pretty confident in Ilya Taporia. Now, yeah, he hasn't really fought a lot of like long and rangy guys at 145. Other than that was at 155 at Jai Herbert at 155. So let's see how he deals with that reach and height. I think he's gonna be able to cut off angles. He's gonna be able to land counters on Max Holloway. So give me Ilya Taporia to go out there and get the job done. I'm gonna go with Ilya Taporia money line. I like the money line a lot. I think you can. We're gonna. Oh, you guys will see him in a parlay later when we talk about parlays. All right, let's talk about the underdogs that I like on this card. There's not a lot of underdogs that I like on this card, but there's a few. And the first underdog that I like is the Reaper, the former champion Robert Whitaker, plus 5.5. I'm not taking the money line because it's in Abu Dhabi, and even if this goes longer, if Whitaker wins, it might just give it to Chimaev because he has a lot of influence over there in that place in Abu Dhabi. So I'm gonna take the plus 5.5 if Chimaev can't go out there and finish him early. I think this could be a closer fight. I could see Whitaker landing more output out there, maybe getting taken down by Chimaev, and maybe they give it to Chimaev. So I'm gonna take the plus 5.5 from Whitaker. And if Chimaev can't go out there and finish him, I think this could be a closer fight than people are expecting. So, and from what I've seen from Chimaev, he hasn't really finished Dosman, hasn't really finished Burns. I mean, Burns is a far more a lightweight, and not finishing Burns is not really the best sign when you're so much bigger than Burns. So, from what I've seen from Chimaev, I mean, it's in the top 10. I'm gonna take Whitaker to survive the early storm and maybe make this fight really close, maybe even win. I'm picking him to win, so I might look really stupid come Saturday. So we'll see what happens, but I'm gonna take Whitaker plus 5.5, plus 150. I mean, the line's pretty crazy for him to just win 2 rounds out there. Give me Whitaker to not get finished early. And let's talk about the next underdog that I like on this card is Bruno Ferreira. Abu Smagomedov is really good, man. He only lost to Kaya Berhalio. He only lost to, who else did he lose to? Strickland. I mean, that was his second UFC fight. Second, like his main win. I mean, the UFC really rushed him there. So I get it. I get all the people in Abu Smagomedov. He's really good. He's gonna be longer. He's gonna be taller. But I've seen him go out there, get starts early. I mean, in PFL before, and then he obviously went out there, got TKO'd by Strickland, just folded, just quit out there. I mean, so there's definitely like things that I don't want to see from fighters like Abus. And then he went out there and he was supposed to go out there and steamroll Worley, and he went out there wrestled at Worley. I wasn't really trying to finish him at all. I mean, so like I know Farrell's gonna go out there and he's gonna go out there and try to look for the KO. He's gonna go out there and look for the KO each and every minute he's in there. So I'm gonna go with the Brazilian Savage, Bruno Ferreira, to out there find a knockout. Give me Bruno Ferreira money line, and I like the KO DKO call. So those are my favorite underdogs on this card. For parlays, guys, I like the first safest parlay. I feel like this probably is pretty safe. The likelihood of this hitting is pretty high, in my opinion. We're gonna go with Murphy to win on the scorecards, which is minus 160, and we're gonna go with Ankalaya. We're gonna pair that together for plus 107. I feel like that's pretty safe. I mean, and we're gonna go with Murphy for the second. This one's more plus money on this one. Murphy, Neil, and Taporia plus 162 for that 3 leg right there. And we're gonna go with this decision parlay that I've done decision parlays before. I had Hack Press by decision, and I had Renat Fakardino by decision. That was in Abu Dhabi. The last time we were in Abu Dhabi, so we hit that one at like plus. I think it was like plus 300 or something like that. So we might hit this one. I'm gonna go with Renat by decision, or a buy to win by decision. I'm gonna go with Boss Rod by decision plus 598. But you can also throw my lock of the week Murphy in there to get like plus 1,000 there. But yeah, I think that's that. I could see all three guys winning on the scorecards there. The fourth parlay that I like, this is like a DGen parlay. We're gonna go with Aslan as underdog. He's actually the underdog right now. We're gonna go with Bruno Ferreira. We're gonna pair that with my plus 5.5 from Whitaker, and that comes out to plus 1,027. That's I think that's pretty. That's a degen. That's definitely a degen. So I could see that one cashing if Farah wins and Aslan wins. I think Whitaker can survive and make the fight really close. So there you go, guys. That's my full card. That's my best video. There you guys. I gave you guys my lock of the week, my underdogs that I like on this card, and the parlays. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the lock of the week. I would love to hear back, and also drop your lock of the weeks in the comments down below. Drop your parlays that all you guys are like that you guys are playing on this card. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. I'll be live for this entire card. And this card is starting in the morning, so I think it starts like 10 a.m. in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So it's gonna be early card. I like these early cards done. So also want to thank all the members on the channel. Thank you for your continued support on the channel, guys. And if you guys want to check out my official bets, there's a link in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one later.